flat back hits in this game. He played very physically. 2 in particular were big hits. And you know, if you looked at our defense, the areas that they're improving, you know, more physical, bigger hits, bigger presence on the defensive side when they arrive at the ball and make contact. We're better in the secondary getting our hands on the ball. We had Jordan Lewis was a player of the game defensively, had 4 pass breakups, defended the deep ball well. Clark got an interception, Stribling got an interception, and we talked about that was a area and point of emphasis that we wanted to get better at. We're improving there. We're going to have to be good this week. BYU is really good throwing the football, big receivers that will challenge you downfield, and we're being more physical. James Ross is one of those guys contributing to big hits. We got to tackle better. We're playing with more physicality, but we got to make sure that we're tackling, seeing what we hit, wrapping up, and not allowing yards after contact. Sure.
Stat-wise, you got last year 27 pass deflections. This year there's 10. Last year 2 interceptions. This year there's 3. I mean, you mentioned the secondary and kind of the improvements, maybe tackling, but I mean, what else from the secondary have you seen improvement that's contributing to that rise in stats?
What I just mentioned, getting our hands on the ball, breaking up passes, intercepting balls, and defending the deep ball. I think we're doing a better job at that.
Coach, all the way to the right there, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned BYU's quarterback at the start there. Is that a pretty eventful start to his career? Where have you noticed from him watching him race?
He's a playmaker. Went in there with no shyness whatsoever. Already been in big situations and prevailed. I mean, sometimes it takes years before something like that happens. But he's already been through, so he's already been battle tested in one of those situations. Impressive. Got a great group of receivers to throw to. Really big guys, you know. They go up and get the ball, and that'll be an area of emphasis for us this week, defending the ball downfield.
Another time that Michigan has played BYU, I think it was their first year as a starter, first big situation. What are your memories of that game?
What's that?
The memories that I think the only other time BYU and Michigan played was your first year as a starter in '84 won the national championship. Do you have particular memories of that game?
Yeah, I remember it was the Holiday Bowl. I broke my arm at the 5th game, I think, and wasn't playing. So remember it. We lost. Remember that.
Back over to your left here, Coach. Adam.
What's the biggest key to successfully running power, and what do you teach the pulling guard and the running back to look for?
The biggest key is to stop penetration by the defense. What you teach the running back to look for is to make the puller invisible, not follow the puller, not look at the puller. And sometimes it's wherever the hole is, so you can make the puller invisible and see the hole wherever it is. A gap to backside, A gap to B gap, or even bounce to the C gap. His eyes and the timing, and to allow no penetration is the key, or some keys. There's others.
Over to your right, Nick.
Jim, you mentioned Jordan Lewis. Really, what's it about him that's sort of separating him there and making him? He's making plays. What's his greatest strength, I suppose?
I think he's got really good instincts. He's got initial quickness. He's got long speed. He's got ability to play the ball, and got a dart. Things you look for in a corner, and he's he's willing. He's a willing tackler, and he can improve in that area and in terms of technique, etc. He's coming and improving, and excited about it.
Come back over to your left, Mike.
Opposite him, what have you liked out of Channing Stribling so far this year? In a game like Saturday, a big interception, pass breakup, how much can that do for his confidence?
Well, I hope it does a lot. I really do. It's you don't know until you do something, right? I mean, I think we went 2 ball games where he was practically tentative. You know, when the ball was in the air and very late to break on balls and not confident to go after a ball up in the air. And I mean, he is proved, I don't know how many percent, but a lot. And in just 3 games, I think Michael Zordich and Craig Jackson have done a really good job coaching all our players in the secondary. And none have shown more improvement than Channing Stribling. And, tall, rangy, long arm corner that could be great. Could be really good. You hope now that somebody, once they've done it, then they can expect themselves to do it, and that should help his confidence. So excited about big things from him. Jeremy Clark as well. Continue, Jabril and his improvement. Who else? There's others. Secondary's coming together.
In the front row, Mark.
First, do you have an update on Joe Carriage?
He's gonna be working through.
You think he's gonna play this week, or is it hard to tell?
Don't know yet.
Okay. Possibility.
Possible.
The other thing is, you mentioned Jake with the 13 receivers. Is that something that you guys have encouraged him to spread the ball to that many guys, or is it something that he does kind of, it's his way of operating?
No, that's not something we've encouraged. We're playing multiple players right now, and attempt to find out who our best players are. 3 tight ends. The caught balls have been thrown to two or 3 fullbacks. 7 receivers. That's how it adds up to that number. But that's been the design of the offense. Has been to have balance between the running game and the passing game, to spread the football, to have a good pass-run ratio, and get players involved and see what they can do and see how they can contribute.